You know, let me get this quick precept. This is going back to Jeremiah 16:14. Jeremiah chapter 16. It's lucky, man. Say it. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that it shall no more be said, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. Now bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. No, we're seeing that, man. We're seeing that, man. We are seeing a gathering of the chosen. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's people. We're seeing a gathering. We're seeing a great gathering, man. Amongst our nation, a chosen people, and those waking up to this truth. What's the process to that gathering? The awakening. To this truth. Let me get another precept. This is Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 11. I'll start at verse 14. And the word of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua came unto me, saying, Son of man, thy brethren, even thy brethren, of thy kindred, and all the house of Israel holy, are they unto whom the inhabitants of Jerusalem have said, Get you far from the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Unto us is this land given in possession. Therefore say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary, in the countries where they shall come. Therefore say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will even gather you from the people, and assemble you out of the countries where you have been scattered, and I'll give you the land of Israel. Now I'm gonna get this in 2 Ezra chapter 15, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua in these last days, he's gathering his people. How is he gathering? Through the word, man. Through the word, man. That very same word is Yahweh Shah. That very same word is Yahweh Shah, man. Gathering, doing the gathering, man. Because through him is the elect of the nation going to be redeemed to being brought back, as a nation again. And that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing brothers, worldwide waking up to this truth. See, the apostles ain't had to get on no plane ticket to to set up camp here and there, as though some other people are doing. As though some people are doing, these are the IUIC traveling and shit, but the spirit's not within them, man. But the spirit is one that quickens, man, worldwide. And let me get this quick precept. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get two precepts. John chapter 6, verse 63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. The flesh profits nothing. The spirit, the spirit's when I quickeneth, man. Doing all that traveling and shit is in vain, man. But you're not in control of, of who awakes and who doesn't. These guys act like that. The spirit tells you to go out there and travel, okay. But these guys, like IUIC, it's almost like they're forcing the hand of the Lord. But we understand, their true purpose, because they're building up revenue when they do these type of things. Because IUIC is a business, man. It's a business. All these other camps, when they sign these 501c3 charters and they're established off of these agreements and shit, you're signing yourself to be, embedded with Esau Edom, to gain profit, to gain money. But you gotta do it under his circumstance. You gotta do it under his conditions and shit. You gotta do it, according to what he says, man. To fucking, what are they gonna say? To don't tell the people, certain things, man. Like, don't tell them the whole truth. That's why they don't speak on the true names. They don't speak on the MOTB, or what the C-HIP is. That's why they just do as they want. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't really truly fearing Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. They're doing it for their own, when they traveling and shit and setting up these camps. It came out, the information came out that this dude Nathaniel is worth $150 million. His net worth is worth $150 million. And they have like a whole chart, history of how many millions beyond the years he's been, occurring, man. 2020 he was worth like a couple 10 million. 2019, 5 million. Like, this was a millionaire, man. This dude is a millionaire, and the apostles have been saying that, man. But we understand that that's a business. But going back to the point, the apostles, and elders of Great Muslim, they ain't had to, go on plane tickets and, personally talk to them. No, man. Psalms 19, the unicorn, man, the internet. The internet has done the heavy lifting, and the apostles, always going to that story of how they, started going off the YouTube, started kicking it off, how they saw, IUIC do it, and they thought it was whack, but then the Spirit told them to just do it, told the elder apostles to heart, and the elders to just, to just start doing it, and they did it, and brothers waking up across the country, Cali, Hawaii, across the world, man, Dallas, they always going to that story, man. But you see, it was a spirit. You know, it was a spirit. John chapter 6, verse 63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. You know, the spirit is like the wind, man. You know, matter of fact, I'll get that too. It's like, this is John chapter 3. John chapter 3. Verse 8. It's like your verse 5. How shall I answer? Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter to the kingdom of the Most High. What's the water? This truth, man. You know, the knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Verse 6, that which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Marvel not that I say unto thee, ye must be born again. The wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh, and whither it goeth. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit, man. Yeah, man. You feel the wind come in, you feel the wind go, you feel the wind blow. But can you tell where it's coming from? No. All you can do is feel it, man. The same way for those that's awakened up. Same way for those that's being awakened. It's the same way for those that's being awakened, man. Same thing. You're seeing brothers, just out of nowhere. You see, just be inspired, man. You know, that word inspire means to draw breath. You know, to put breath into, if I'm not mistaken, to breathe. You know, you're seeing brothers being inspired worldwide, man. Inspired to, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem outside, to set up their camps, stay out there in the highways and byways, and byways consistently, bearing their cross in the name of Yahweh Shem outside. You know what I'm saying? Fearing Yahweh Shem outside. Doing this thing. Doing this thing, man. Kicking it off. And we're seeing it happen. But it was all through the inspiration of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Because the elect are preordained. You get that, Romans? It's like this is Romans chapter 8. Verse 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, to them who are the called according to his purpose. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called. Whom he called, them he also justified. Whom he justified, them he also glorified. He was brought here, for one purpose and one reason, man. He was brought here to life to exist. Shout out, your father's loins into your mother's, egg. You lived a certain lifestyle from your youth up, to the very breaking point in your lifetime, to come across this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, man. The Spirit, whacked you on the head and woke your ass up. Everything was destined for you for this very same moment. Everything, that you go through, that you went through. Everything that you lived until the very moment you came across this truth, through a video or through, in person, prophets in the highways and byways, or an Israelite camp, a random Israelite camp, and the Spirit was on you to, inquire, to learn more of this thing. You was sparked to, to learn more of this thing, man. Because it hit you, man. It hit you. It sounds familiar. You know what I'm saying? That voice. Well, that's the Lord, man. Once again, going back to the gathering, the elect is gathering. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, is gathering through his word. Ezekiel 9 and 4 said, set upon a mark upon them, that sighing and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst. We're seeing that, man. We're seeing that, man. Jake gathered throughout the whole entire world through the inspiration. But see, it's the same voice though, man. It's just the same voice, the same Spirit. It's the Lord, man. Yahweh Shai, man. Through his word as being, him using his men, his servants, his true prophets. To be sent out, and they were sent, to serve and to push this word out, man. Throughout the whole entire world. The whole world be inspired, man. Wherever they be. Slaki. Not the whole world, Slaki. All the elect be inspired, man. Wherever they be throughout the whole world, man. Slaki. You know what I'm saying? I'll get this quick precept. Yeah, man. This is John 6 and 63. It is the Spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life, man. It's not just some ancient words and shit, man. It's not no fucking poets. Some poems and shit. These words are life, man. You have, Bibles in the Catholic Church, and these different gods